Hola, buenos dias. In this video we're looking at playing the new version of Gimkit called Trust No One. In this version I am playing along with my students. On the left hand side you can see the screen that the students are looking at before the game gets going, kind of giving you directions as to what you're supposed to do. On the right hand side is the game screen for me, and also what the students would see as a player of the game. So let's kind of see what happens here. In a second it'll tell you, or give you the option to see what you are. So you'll get to see if you're an imposter or a crewmate. If you haven't already watched, I've made another video on this game where I show you what it's like to play as an imposter. So right now I'm looking at the screen that, oh, there we go, I'm a crewmate. So I'm a crewmate along with several other students. The goal here as crewmate is to eliminate the imposters, and to do that you have to earn energy by answering questions correctly, which you can see me doing on the right hand side right now. And once you have several points, you can go into essentially what's a shop and purchase investigations for the other people that are playing to help you determine whether or not they are imposters. So right now you can see that I'm going to do an investigation, and I'm looking at the different options actually to kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. And it tells you whether or not the student is clear or not. The best investigation, in my opinion, is the public investigation, because if they are clear, it adds their name to the clear list on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm going to fast forward right now so you can kind of see what that looks like. Alright, so now on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see that one of the players is clear, meaning we know that that person is not an imposter. And what happens next is somebody goes ahead and calls a meeting where the students get to talk about who it is that they've investigated and who it is they think they should be kicking off of the ship. Alright, so we have now entered the discussion mode. So the students in class or at home or on the Google Meet, Zoom meeting, have the opportunity to talk to one another and decide who it is they want to kick out of the ship. They do this based on the investigations they've done, or if they're an imposter, they could be lying and say they've done investigations. And if you haven't watched my other video on what it's like to be an imposter, go ahead and check that out. It's in there's a link to it in the description of this video. So let's see what happens here. So after a few minutes, I can click that blue button on the left and let the students vote for who it is they want to kick off. And after they've voted, if for some reason someone's not voting, you can end the vote early and just kind of move on, which I think I had to do a few times today. And then on the left, it'll tell you who it is that got voted off. So we can see here that Gav got voted off the ship. And then it's going to tell us whether or not he was an imposter or a crewmate. So you see he is an imposter. So I was celebrating in the video there. And there's only one more imposter left, which I believe at the end of the video we do figure out who that is, so let's find out. So we did go back into a discussion again, and we voted for Summer, who turned out to not be an imposter. So we lost her. There still happened to be one more imposter left. So I wanted to point out to you on the left hand side, you can see that when you do those public investigations, that list of people who are clear and not imposters continues to grow. I think in a second here we're going to jump into another debate and kick somebody else off the ship. Alright, so here we are finishing up another discussion and placing a vote, and it looks like this time we kicked off Moss. They got voted off the ship, and we're going to find out whether or not that person was an imposter. This was kind of important because we were at the very end of the class here, so we needed to get the other imposter off to win this game. And it turns out that person was not an imposter, and I think I just went ahead and ended the game because we were out of time. So the imposters win here in just a second. Let's see what that looks like. Yep, imposters win because I just ended the game as the teacher. I can do that, and they won. Anyway, overall they had a lot of fun talking to each other, answering questions, figuring things out. It was a good time. So I encourage you to play it. If you have questions, let me know. Hasta luego.